Hi, everybody. Hope you're well today. My name is Priscillia Piccolli. I'm a volunteer at Volunteer Bureau of Montreal, and today we will talk about recruitment and training with Ania Szpakowski. She is a volunteer at Volunteer Bureau of Montreal, and she also a volunteer at Telite. So let's start this video right now.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
So, can you explain in a few words what's your organization? And it's Shelter Movers Montreal region, right?
Right. So I'm like you mentioned, I volunteer at the Volunteer Bureau and at TELED, but I'm also involved in the launch of sheltermovers.com. So Shelter Movers is a volunteer-based organization that provides free moving and storage for women who are fleeing domestic abuse. This exists already in Ottawa, Vancouver, Halifax, and Toronto, and we are just going to be launching it in August in Montreal.
So in August in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's cool. And so how have you been involved into this project?
Okay, so I first heard about this project when I was working at the Volunteer Bureau as an advisor, and they were looking for people to help with the launch. And my role now is really about recruitment and training. So recruiting volunteers as movers, drivers, intake coordinators, move coordinators, helping with fundraising. And then also we'll be doing some orientation sessions starting at the end of this month, hopefully in English and in French.
Yeah. Good. And is it your main role? What is your main role into this, like, into the Shelter Movers Montreal region?
Yeah, so I'm a volunteer coordinator, so volunteer administrator. So my role is really to recruit volunteers, make sure we go through the interview process to make sure they understand what the role is going to entail and what Shelter Movers is all about to make sure that our values are aligned. And then also to make sure that they get trained up so that they can do their role appropriately.
And I can imagine how it's very difficult with the COVID-19. It's an amazing situation that we're living now. So what's your biggest challenge now, like financial, managing all the volunteer, or social distanciation? What's like the biggest challenge right now?
So we have very definite protocols with regards to COVID-19. We have some types of moves that we're not doing at the present because they're not deemed urgent. For example, if somebody is already in a housing and has left their domestic abuse situation, we won't necessarily go and move their stuff now. We'll only move their stuff if they're fleeing that home or if they're transitioning into regular their apartment. So the other way that it's impacted COVID-19 is that we do our orientation sessions through Zoom. And actually, it's very effective because Zoom, we can have large groups, we can do a lot of interaction, we can do breakout groups, we can have people engaged with the chat room. So it works really, really well, actually, with the COVID-19.
And so you manage, So you manage all these challenge with Zoom, and it's great because with the technology you can reach people who have who want to help, who want to have like this problem.
Right. Our biggest challenge, though, as you asked, though, is fundraising. So right now we're raising funds. We're trying to get grants so that we can launch in August, because that's what's holding us back right now, is the fundraising, as well as creating partnerships with trucks, with storage space, that type of thing.
And do you have a website that if people are looking like to be a volunteer in your organization, do you have a website or a link that we could put on this video? You have a website?
Yeah, so we have a website, and you can go on the website, and you can actually, it's sheltermovers.com, and you can donate through the website. You can also volunteer through the website and just select Montreal as your location option, and we'll get back to you on that. We also have a Facebook in English and in French. In French, it's Transit Secours. We're also on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, we're on all the social media applications.
Good. So people who want to be a volunteer, go to the website, and I hope you're gonna have a place.
Yes.
And my last question is, do you think the COVID-19 has brought something positive with the volunteering?
So from a point of view of volunteering, I think it has been very positive. People are really anxious to volunteer. People have more time on their hands right now. Some of them, unfortunately, because they're not able to work, so they have more time. And what they do is they want to volunteer. So actually, I'm really anxious for Shelter Movers to start, because we have volunteers who want to get involved and are anxious to do that. So I think it has had a positive effect on volunteering. People really want to help. It's people have big hearts. Yeah.
Right now, yeah, with the COVID-19, I think it's the best time to be a volunteer and to know what is a volunteer.
Right.
So thank you, Ania Szpakowski, with this interview. And if you want to go to your website, we're gonna put the link. So Shelter Movers Montreal region. Thank you so much, Ania.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
If you have any question, comment, or suggestion, please contact us at formation@cabm.net.